My name is Mark Baldassare. I'm the President and Survey Director at the Public Policy Institute of California, and I'm going to talk about a survey that we just released, which is on Californians and education. This is the 6th survey in an annual series which we conduct on Californians' attitudes towards their K-12 schools. And this survey interviewed 2,500 Californians during the month of April in 6 languages, reaching them both on their cell phones and on their landlines. The highlights from this survey: first of all, when we look at people's overall perceptions of the schools, more than half of Californians say that the quality of education in our K-12 schools today are a big problem, and 6 in 10 say that they think that major changes are needed in Californians' K-12 schools. Within this context, we saw record low approval ratings for the governor and the legislature, with only 1 out of 6 Californians saying that they approve of the job that the governor and legislature are doing in handling K-12 education in our state. And part of people's concerns about K-12 education revolve around their local schools. Most Californians believe that the state funding for local schools is not enough today. 6 out of 10 said that they felt that local schools deserve more funding from the state. And while they still rate their local schools as doing a good job, many Californians believe that the effects of state budget cuts are impacting the quality of education in their local schools. 43% of parents of public schools today said that their children's schools were being affected by the state budget cuts. In that context, the question then is, what are people willing to do in terms of the state budget and in terms of their willingness to pay higher taxes? Most Californians say that K-12 education deserves the highest priority for state funding, and they're least willing to see K-12 schools be affected by state budget cuts. And Californians are divided, and deeply divided on party lines, on their willingness to raise their taxes to increase the amount of money that the state provides to schools in the next year. But they're more supportive of providing funds both for local school bonds as well as local parcel taxes, with more than half saying that they would be willing to raise their taxes for those purposes, or willing to support school bonds. While Californians support greater funding, they're also very supportive of reforms of the current school system. Most Californians believe that there should be more local control and less state control over how state funding is spent in the local school districts. Another reform that receives strong support is merit pay for teachers, with most Californians saying that they support teachers receiving pay increases based upon student improvement as well as student achievement. And last but not least, most Californians believe that schools in low-income areas don't have the same kind of resources as other schools, and they'd like to see new money go to schools in lower-income areas for student improvement and classroom improvement in those areas being a high priority. In this election year, most Californians believe that K-12 education should and will play an important role in the governor's election, with 6 out of 10 saying that it's going to be important to them to hear the positions of the candidates on K-12 education, and 7 in 10 Californians saying that improving California schools should be a high priority for the next governor of California. And I encourage you to read the PPIC report on this statewide survey, and thank you for your interest.